What did you, Modified family? We're back at the Honda library. Just got off work, got back from LA. It's a very fun drive, sitting on the 405 like it's a freaking parking lot. But my task today is to fire up my 2000 Civic hatch. That thing hasn't run for a while, and now as the state is slowly closing in on me, I decided I need to get this one to the Smog Ref to get it barred. So I'm gonna go over that. I'm gonna teach you how to do this as we're doing it. I've done this once before and the car was great, and then it got stolen in Bakersfield. So this one, we're gonna hopefully not repeat that same process. Don't spend a lot of time in Bakersfield. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna check out the car. I'm gonna go over it with you guys. I'm gonna point out a couple different features, and I'm gonna show you the inside of the ECU, because that is our next step. So just give me 5 on my black hand side and let's go. All right, so first stop on our tour for carb legality in California is you need to make sure that your engine and all the corresponding parts are the same year or newer. And that's why people, I think, shy away from the 2000 model, because you get a little bit more flexibility if you have like a 96 to 98, even like a 99. But a lot of things changed. It went from OBD2A to OBD2B. And so that makes a little bit more challenging. There's a few less of the computers, like the one I have in here that I'm going to show you. And also the reason I'm going to show you the inside of the ECU is because the first stop on your referee tour is not actually the referee after you do all your work. It's actually at a Honda or Acura dealership. You need to take your car in there, the whole thing, like everything plugged in, drive it in there, and they're going to look at it. They're going to write down your license plate. They're going to write down your VIN number. They're going to write down the make and model of the car. And then they're going to write down the numbers on the ECU. And then they're going to open up the ECU, and they're going to look at the circuit board and make sure that nothing has been removed, nothing has been added. Now, all my Honda people, you know that this is an OBD2 car. There ain't crap we can do. That's why people, you know, put in a P28 and piggyback it with something else to make all the tuning, because it just takes care of all the problems that you would run into trying to mess with an OBD2 ECU. But in California, everything needs to match. So this is a 2000 Honda Civic hatchback, and I have a 2000 GSR motor with the corresponding P72 A05. It's for the manual transmission ECU. So we're gonna give that a quick peek. So here is my stock Honda, unmodified, no cool chips, nothing added. It's just the way it should be. No extra ports, nothing. So this is what they should be looking for. And it just plugs right in to my factory harness right here. And we're definitely gonna clean this up. I don't know what half these wires are, but I just want it to be more presentable, because you don't want the ref to feel like you're trying to pull something over their eyes. They know what they're looking for, so make sure it's straight up like this. I went to my Honda dealership. They said it'd be 2 hours, and I talked to my old mechanic. He said no, it should only be 1 hour, and if they have any problem with what they should be looking for, I'll have them call him and he'll set them straight. And so I need to get them to approve this, then I can make my appointment with the Smog Ref. The other thing is you got to be careful, because in the 99 to 01 Integras that came with this computer, very few of them came like this. Most of them have this interlock device that's basically an immobilizer chip from the factory. And what that does is this car will not start unless the key matches like inside the ignition. And so I just searched long and hard, because I have a Honda key. This is my ignition. I don't have a chip in here. So I needed to make sure I got the one that would allow me to pass the test. And if you remove the immobilizer device yourself, the car will run, but then it will not throw any check engine lights. And that's one of the tests. I remember one time I tried to pass ref, and I'm like, I'll just take the light out. Yeah, they know what's supposed to work and what's not. The computer tells them. All right, continuing on our referee tour. This is the peak of fanciness from the 2000s. So this is a B18C1. It's the USDM GSR motor. So I have the stock manifold with the corresponding MagnaFlow California legal catalytic converter. You need to have that. I got all my oxygen sensors. Everything on here is factory. The airbox is from like a Civic EX. But the air pipe is from a also from a Civic EX. There's one that has 2 holes in it, and that's not the one I have because I don't need it on this, because on the Integra, that temperature sensor that sits inside the pipe on the Civics is moved over to here. So this had to be rewired so that it would actually plug into the right place for the Integra. But all the emission stuff is there, like the evap. Even with this aftermarket Skunk 2 intake, I have the paperwork for this that the ref will probably want to see, so I'll bring that with me. So this is California legal. All the internals are stock. I have all my covers on here because I have the stock cams. Everything in there is exactly like it's supposed to be. And so all the wiring is as intended. So when the referee checks this, there should be nothing funky in here aside from the stuff I need to put into a loom over by the ECU. And then down here I also have the corresponding charcoal box that I need to make everything work and not throw any check engine lights. So what we're going to do is I'm going to change out the battery. This one is for my wagon. It's long dead. I'd taken the other one, which had only been in here, but I didn't run this very long, but it had only been in here for like a year. So it went completely dead and they couldn't even charge it. So I got a free replacement. Yay. All right, let's fire this bad boy up when the new battery goes in. So everything is in good working order. Once that battery was in, this thing started up with no problem and was ready to go. This car, out of all my cars, has such an interesting sound. Of course, for emissions, we have the stock exhaust manifold, like I said. Then we have the stock catalytic converter. I do not believe there is a resonator under here. And then in the back, I found this totally awesome Mugen knockoff, of course, twin loop exhaust. You can see the little elbow right there. And this car is very quiet. This is probably my quietest. Second quietest is this one. And then my red one's loud as all get out because race car, that's why. So we're letting this warm up, then we're gonna bring it up onto the driveway where it's flat. As you can see, we're at an angle facing down. Once it's on the driveway, we will check the oil, which should be good. It probably needs an oil change just for how long it was sitting. And so I'll do all that stuff. I'll probably replace the air filter, even though I don't think it's dirty. I'll put a new air filter in it. These always run on high octane gas. That's what's prescribed for B series motors. I didn't do that for a long time, but now I'm doing it. So that should be good. Spark plugs are new. Spark plug wires should also be good. So this thing should be primed for a smog inspection. We just gotta drive it, make sure everything is clear through the whole system. I'm super impressed. That went very well. The car started up with no problem, put the new battery in there. It ran like a champ. We just took it for a quick little rip. Professional drivers, closed course. It's not street legal right now because it hasn't been registered for a while, so I have to take it someplace where I can run it, that it would not get me in trouble legally if I got caught doing it, because I'm pretty sure California, they would impound that bad boy because they have a vendetta against gasoline cars. And one of the ways they're doing it in California is making the gas super expensive so everyone buys mind-numbing electric cars. And the other way is just making it very hard to keep registering these things. My registration has gone up every year. It used to, like in the 90s, your registration would like go down every year because the car got older. Now it like continues to get more expensive. All right, Modified family, thank you for coming along with me. I hope this video was not super long, but it was informative. I think the next time that we talk about this, I should be at Honda. I need to make an appointment, but it used to be like $90 to $120 for an hour of shop time, and now it's like even more than that. So you gotta save up a little bit. All right, Modified family, peace.